psychic within, there is a saying, let go, let God. And if you stop worrying, and I think worry kind of blocks our ability to receive what we want, if you stop worrying and kind of let the universe take care of it, you'll get what you want.
A lot of people worry when they get in a relationship. They find someone, they've been guided to this person spiritually, they think it's their soulmate, everything is going just great for them, and all of a sudden, they start to worry about what can go wrong. They start to bring in old self-sabotaging patterns from the past. And the past is the past. It is not this moment. It is not today. The past is gone and buried. A lot of people worry about not saying the right thing or doing the right thing. And when you're with someone in a relationship and that relationship is working, it's because you, first of all, love you and accept who you are. And secondly, you love them and accept who they are.
Relax.
The next step is just to relax.
Great.
And by relaxing your mind, relaxing your emotions and your body, that allows what you want to come towards you. And I think that getting in touch with the psychic within, your psychic power, and your source of faith, or however you want to say it, that's what allows the energy to move towards you and what you want to come into your life.
Do you want me to start from the beginning again?
And most people do not spend enough time.
It was around here, wasn't
Your mate corresponds with how much you visualize this person coming into your life.
Decide what to change.
You may be wondering, well, what do I need to change?
Sorry about that.
Well, what is it that you're unhappy with in your own life? I feel that the more happy you are in your own life, the easier it will be to attract someone. It may be that you want to change your body. I think that taking care of yourself and being good to yourself physically is very important to attract someone, not so much so you can look better, but that you feel the best, that you are the best that you can be. You may want to change your living surroundings. Maybe you want a more harmonious environment. It could be that you need to rearrange your work. Are you working all the time? Do you have any space for a relationship to come into your life? I think that some people are so busy and they have no room really for a relationship. They fill it up with other activities. And I think that creating some kind of space in your heart as well as in your everyday lifestyle is important to have someone come into your life.
Set goals and timetables.
Goal setting and getting a timetable for when the relationship comes in really ties into some of the changes you need to make. If you feel you need changes, allow yourself some room to move and for your life to move forward, and say you would like someone to come into your life 6 months from now. Well, hopefully the changes that you've been wanting to make will have occurred by that time, if you're sticking with your time schedule. And also, I think it's important that you set goals realistically. It's possible that a person could come into your life the next day.
Okay, you know,
I think that saying as soon as possible is a good thing to kind of concentrate on also.
If you're building a relationship with someone, whether it's a new relationship or one that you've been in for a while, and it's a little bit shaky and you're not sure what the problem is, the easiest thing to do is to sit down and talk to each other. Talk to each other from what I call the higher, more honest self, the higher spiritual self. Set goals together. Maybe it would be to go on a trip somewhere or just go out to dinner, but take time to talk together. Most people spend only 20 minutes a week talking. There's been a couple of studies done, and this is what they found out. Communication is the key to making a relationship work.
Think positive.
Thinking positive is what makes life interesting. Thinking of unlimited possibilities, thinking of, hey, can I do this or can I do that? Of course you can when you tune into your higher self, because there's nothing stopping you.
I think with a person trying to attract a relationship, and it can't be said enough, they have to first love who they are. They have to like and love themselves, because otherwise they're not going to attract somebody who also likes and loves themselves. You can't
If you have low
You can't
self-esteem,
show
you're going to
respect and
die
love to another
alone.
human being if you don't feel it for yourself first. And like does attract like. I think the human mind becomes a bit like a magnet in whatever that dominant thought is what you're going to get. It's what you're going to pull into your life.
Stop worrying and get organized.
It's important
Thanks,
that
I'm
you
cured.
not worry about whether this person is coming in, to just keep your goal and your intention, but I also think it's important
This is
that you
less-
connect with
this
your
is
higher
less
power that is the
using
psychic
psychic
within.
powers
There is a saying, let go, let
to
God.
improve your life. I'm more
And
just
if
using
you stop
the
worrying,
really city
and I
advice
think
that you
worry
see,
kind of blocks our
that you
ability
see
to
mums
receive what
on
we
Facebook
want.
yelling
Stop
at
worrying
you
and
when
kind
you
of let the
say that you're
universe take care
depressed.
of it, you'll get what you want.
A lot of people worry when they get in a relationship. They find someone, they've been guided to this person spiritually, they think it's their soulmate, everything is going just great for them, and all of a sudden, they start to worry about what can go wrong. They start to bring in old self-sabotaging patterns from the past. And the past is the past. It is not this moment. It is not today. The past is gone and buried. A lot of people worry about not saying the right thing or doing the right thing. And when
These
you're with
women
someone in a
are for
relationship,
real
and
nowadays,
that relationship
posting
is
minion
working,
memes on
it's because
Facebook.
you, first of all, love you and accept who you are. And secondly, you love them and accept who they are.
Relax.
This is
The
literally
next step
just
is
useless
just
advice.
to relax. And by relaxing your mind, relaxing your emotions and your body, that allows what you want to come towards you. And I think that getting in touch with the psychic within, your psychic power, and your source of faith, or however you want to say it, that's what allows the energy to move towards you and what you want to come into your life.
Relaxation is very important, and most people do not spend enough time relaxing. They spend time worrying,
Boomer
thinking,
memes
filling
the
their mind up with
movie.
what I call lots of busy activity. To relax means that you let your guard down, you open your mind, and you basically let your heart be free. When you do this, all of a sudden what happens is you have new opportunities that can come into your life, new love come
Live,
into
laugh,
your life,
love, the
and you
movie.
become totally refreshed.
Stay healthy.
Gee,
Talking about the
thanks.
psychic within is important, but I also feel it's important to
We
take
came
care of your
here
body.
for
How you
Crazy
take care
Ghost
of your
It,
body is a symbol
and
of
we
how
got boomers
you
on
are, how
Facebook.
you treat yourself, how good you are to yourself. And by taking care of your body, you're showing the universe that you feel you deserve the best. And a lot of us forget about our bodies. We work on our mind, our emotion, our spirituality, but taking care of your body is important.
Listen to and love yourself.
If you're in a relationship and it's not working, and you think there needs to be a change because the communication is not open and clear, the first one that you need to look towards is yourself. And if you ask yourself questions and you start talking to your higher self, your more, what I call your more psychic self, those answers will come to you through your heart and through divine guidance. And what will happen is you'll start to see a new awakening on how to make the relationship work. Maybe you're not being appreciative enough of the other person, or maybe you're not being appreciative enough of yourself.
Loving yourself, being good to yourself, and forgiving yourself for your past is important because it shows the universe that you deserve the best. And also, if you love yourself, you will attract people who love you.
Finding love and improving relationships.
It has been said that you don't need to be a millionaire to be happy, but we all need money. Life as we know it would be impossible without it.
Oh, gee.
Financial prosperity allows you to concentrate on the more important aspects of life. And once you learn to channel your psychic within, your dreams of working at a job you love and gaining the wealth you desire will come true. If you can find something that you are so passionate about that you would do it for nothing, you will have found your life's calling. The key is to make this your career. Let's focus in as these psychics help us to change our destiny.
Visualizing.
What is it that you feel really passionate about? What is it that
Nothing.
really excites you? Visualize yourself
My
doing
OC.
it 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day. Visualize yourself actually working at it and getting money from it. Visualize yourself actually working at what really excites you and where your passion is. If you get in touch with the psychic within, helps you get in touch with the passion, then you can really see yourself and believe in yourself in what you really want to do.
Whatever it is that you want in this lifetime, I firmly, truly, honestly believe you can have it. But there's certain steps that you have to go about to achieve this, and number one is creative visualization. And what you do is you see in your mind's eye what it is you want to accomplish. Now you can do this in the form of whatever is bothering you. Say you want to bring a really wonderful relationship into your life, or in regards to career, or anything.
Decide what to change.
Why are you in your present job? Figure out what it is that you feel dissatisfied with, and then picture yourself changing that. What is it that you would like to change about your job? Is it the hours? Are you getting no satisfaction out of what you're doing? Are you just not excited about what you're doing? I think that you need to change in a step-by-step, goal-setting manner, in little steps, what it is that you really need to do. So many of us choose a job because of the money, and a lot of us are unhappy in our jobs because we are in our jobs only to make money. I think it's really important that you get in touch with your inner passion, and if you feel passionately about a certain subject, if you feel passionately about a certain area, go for it. Trust yourself. Get in touch with that inner psychic, and you will know exactly what you need to do.
Set goals and timetables.
When they interview the most successful people, and they always say, you know, I always knew that I was going to be successful. I always knew I was going to do this or do that ever since I was a little girl or boy. And it's just a knowing inside your soul, inside your heart, and you have to know that you can accomplish this, and you will.
Think positive.
Truly, the dominant thought that you have is what you're going to bring into your life. That's going to be the basis for what you create. So it becomes a matter of really putting your attention and thought only to those things you want to encourage and bring into your life.
What you have to do, first of all, is release your ego. Get out of yourself, and you can do this by meditation, by relaxing your body and clearing your mind, and then again seeing in your mind's eye what it is that you want to accomplish, and then you'll draw that to you. But you have to let it go. Don't sit there and dwell on problems, because when you dwell on things, you can actually block the energy from coming into your life. Just know that it's coming to you, and it will.
Just know it's coming to you, and it will.
Get organized.
Stress and worry really block what we're wanting in our lives. Stress and worry is a block because it cuts off the flow. It cuts off the psychic flow. Worrying gets you up into your head. And I think that when you stop worrying and let things flow, you come from your heart. And I really think that the heart and the mind, when they are together, and that's when your psychic energy is flowing. If you're worrying, you're up in your head, you're cutting off your emotional flow and your psychic flow. When you stop worrying and you just let things flow, you get in touch with your psychic energy, that's when your life changes.
Relax.
After you've gotten in touch with what you want, it's important that you learn to relax. By relaxing your mind, your body, your emotions, you get in touch with the psychic within. And that helps you to release the blocks, any blocks that you have toward getting what you want. Just relaxing, letting the energy flow in towards you and letting it flow out of you. It's important that you learn to unblock whatever it is that's keeping what you want from your life. And just by relaxing is a good way to receive what you're wanting.
What I want in life is money.
Stay healthy.
Staying healthy is very, very important. A person really needs to take care of their own self before they can really take care of anyone else. And to focus on yourself means to be well balanced. Eat the right kinds of foods, exercise, have a balanced mental attitude.
Imagine being so sweet and just exploding, living the dream.
And also
that's all I want in life.
Higher spiritual self, which means that you realize that you have unlimited possibilities when you tune in to your psychic self.
Listen to and love yourself.
It's easier to listen to yourself than to do something that's contrary to what you believe you should do and then say, I knew that was the wrong thing, I knew that was a mistake. I think with a lot of people, it becomes down to a matter of trust. You're not going to listen to yourself if you don't trust that voice. Once you learn to trust that voice, you'll never stop listening to yourself, because it becomes the path of least resistance. It becomes the easiest thing. And it's usually the right thing. It's always the right thing.
What's your most favorite thing that you like to do? If I said to you, you can do this, you can make money at it, you will never fail,
What if your
what do you like
mind
to
is
do?
telling you to
Whatever
burn
that
down an
answer
orphanage?
is, that's where we go from. It
Is
can
it
be
right
a hobby,
then?
it can be an activity, it can be something that you did years ago and failed at, but for some reason you still want to do this. What you do is you focus in on, all right, this is my love. When you find something that you enjoy doing, that you really enjoy doing and you have great passion for, what happens is that the doors of opportunity open for you because you're good at this. It's reflected in your face, it's reflected in your heart, it's reflected in how you do that special thing that you do.
Success and power.
I'm going to
In life, your
imagine
main
I'm
goal
Elon
should
Musk.
be to become the most successful you can be, whatever you wish to be successful at, whether it's as a father, mother, spouse, or in business. Your psychic within can help you achieve it. Each one of us seeks success and power. But
I wanna
success
seek
and power
success
mean
as a
different
cyber
things
babe.
to different people. Being
I
at
wanna
one
be
with
the
your
next
psychic
tea
within
babe.
will give you the peace of mind and power over
But
your
good.
own destiny. And once you control your destiny, that is true success.
Visualizing.
Visualizing yourself successful and powerful has a lot to do with getting in touch with the psychic within. The more you get in touch with who you are and your psychic energy, the more you will have control over your life and your direction. And I think power has to do with your connection with your spiritual side, with your psychic side. And I think that if you are in touch with your spiritual side, you will make less mistakes. You will focus in on what you need to do in a clearer way. And I think clarity is a real important part of getting in touch with your power. You'll see yourself successful. Things will come your way that you never dreamed possible. And you will attract people that will be assisting you on your path.
Anyway? See what's advertised.
Decide what to change.
Do we have to imagine Dionne Warwick?
So many people I talk to
have to
want
imagine
things in
she's
their
there.
life. And there are reasons why they're not getting it. And I think that when we decide to make certain changes in our life, it's difficult. No one likes to change. It's not an easy thing to do. But in order to change and get what you want, you need to take inventory of your life and see where it is that you're stopping yourself from really getting what you want. You may want to change how you present yourself to other people. You may want to be a little more goal-oriented, write down exactly what you want, and visualize yourself successful at it.
If you're going to a place every day, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, and you're feeling nervous, upset, overlooked,
She's a wine mum.
under pressure, anything negative, I say you're in the wrong place. And you need to resonate with what you feel good with. Your soul will let you know when you're doing what's right for you, because your emotions will reflect that. You'll say, this feels right to me.
The clearer you are on your
This is way
intention,
less
what
fun
you
than I
want
was
in your
hoping
life,
it would be.
and the clearer you can see yourself as
I thought I'd be
successful, the
seeing
faster you will get results,
Chat It's
you will
Fate
attract people you
magazine
need to
in
assist you on your
audiovisual
path,
form.
and you will be in
And
a less
instead,
struggling period
I'm
in your life.
getting
So
my
you need to
60-year-old
focus in
aunt
on exactly
yelling
what you
at
want
me
and
about
picture
why
yourself
I'm not
how it would
happy.
feel to get what you want and how it would feel to be powerful and successful.
Everyone has the ability to be successful.
I feel like they're about
And
to.
you cannot be
I
successful
feel like they're about to tell
unless you
me.
take the chance
I
and
feel like
try
they're going to tell
whatever
me
it
to
is
buy
that you want to
Sensi
do.
next.
Success is all around us. Success is a word that we measure ourselves by.
What if this
What
is an
might be
MLM
very successful
recruitment
to
video
one
all
person
along?
might be not so
They're saying
successful
all
to
the
anyone else.
MLM
When we
things.
set limits or goals that aren't overwhelming,
They're saying this
you
is a
take
psychic
one
video,
step
but they're going to
on the
tell
road to
you.
success. And
They're
from
going
that
to
step,
tell
we take
you
another step
to
and
join
another step.
Amway in a minute.
Set goals and timetables.
It's important that you set timetables and goals. And I think some people are overwhelmed by certain goals or overwhelmed by the thought of goal setting. So it's important a lot of times that we set baby steps for ourselves. Look at small goals and achieve them in a realistic way. And you can achieve small goals and you can achieve the bigger ones down the line. But the more specifically you see yourself and the more specifically you visualize what you want and when you want it, the faster it'll come and the easier you'll get what you want.
I'm glad yours gave it up, though.
Think positive.
Thinking positive is a very important thing in a lot of people's lives, but a lot of people do not know how to do it because what they do is they spend a lot of time focusing on the negative. Whatever you think in your mind comes to pass. If you think positive thoughts, what will happen is the road will open up, the opportunities will be there, and you will be able to make your life work.
How we project ourselves mentally and emotionally to the universe, to other people, but also gives a message to the universe on how much we deserve what we get back. The more positive you are in believing that you deserve the best, that you will get what you want, the easier it will be for the universe to give back to you, and the easier it will be for you to get what you want.
Stop worrying and get organized.
And stop worrying. Get organized. Pay attention to the little details of what you want, and get your goals set, and take baby steps in that direction.
If I give
and
away
I think
my
you'll
last
find
few sleeves
that
I've got, I could actually
you
use
will
that advice.
achieve what you want easier and in a more flowing way.
Worry is the exact same magnet that you engage when you're using positive thinking. You will use that very same magnet when you worry, so that you can actually run the risk of attracting exactly that thing that you don't want. So if I'm spending my time and my dominant thought is that situation that I am concerned or worried about, it's the way I can pretty much guarantee that is what I'm gonna create in my life. Worry is the way not to create what you want.
Relax.
How long have we
Just
got
relax.
this
Just
trajectory?
let the universe take care of you. I think that if you really get in touch with your psychic ability and your inner ability, that's when things flow towards you, because you're getting in touch with your center, your psychic center,
Dion does
and
it
that's
so
your
well.
connection
Really,
with
you
the
do
universe.
have to
And
imagine
the
Dion
universe will
working
assist
this.
you in getting what you want.
It takes practice to
Holy
quiet
shit.
the mind. I think when people talk
Okay,
in terms
guys,
of
free your
relaxing,
mind.
they're talking in terms of shutting off the
Free
noise,
your
quieting down
mind.
the noise
Imagine,
in
Dion.
their mind. There's a lot of
Imagine
chatter
she's
that just
there.
sort of naturally occurs, and it takes a certain
Imagine
amount of
she's
discipline
singing her
to
beautiful
get to that
songs.
point. It's not instantaneous. If that's the case, you can just
Imagine
go to sleep.
her beautiful blonde
So I
shaved
think
head.
with relaxation, people need to consciously set about to relax.
Stay healthy.
Being successful, we are busy, we have busy lives. A lot of us have children and husbands and careers. We forget to take care of ourselves. We take care of everyone else. It's real important that you take care of your body, because that shows that you care about yourself. It shows
Can you
the
see
universe
Dion?
that you deserve the best. If you take care of yourself
Are you
and you
thinking
show that
hard
you
enough?
love yourself in that way, you will
Can you
attract
see
people and
Dion?
situations that are harmonious with
Oh my
you.
God. my
Listen
God, I
to
can see
and
her.
love yourself.
I can see her.
To be tuned in to
There
yourself
she is.
means that you
It's
have the power to
Dion.
say yes or no. You have
We
the power
imagine
of
Dion
choice,
work.
and you no longer ask permission from anyone else. You
It's
ask
really
yourself,
her.
and you let your heart decide,
It's
or your
really
higher
Dion.
spiritual self decide. It
Cannot
is you
believe
who
it, the
has the
power
power
of
over your life,
imagination
no one else.
works.
And when you take that control over your life, what happens is all of a sudden life gets easier for you. You become more tuned in because you start to see
Google this
things
hasn't
very
caught on,
clearly.
but
You
it
see your
will.
own life very clear. You see other people very clearly. And some of those people you may no longer want to associate with because they might be stealing your personal power.
Believing in yourself in any environment, be it a workplace, in your home, that's what sets yourself up for being successful. believing in yourself no matter what anyone else says, and keeping on your course and keeping in your intention is very important for getting what you want. In any kind of workplace, whether it's harmonious or whether your boss is telling you or arguing with you, it's important that no matter what happens, that you believe in yourself, and by getting in touch with the psychic within, helps you stay on your course and helps you to feel the passion and to believe in yourself that attracts success.
Your psychic energy is an extremely powerful force that will enable you to make all your dreams come true. Your love life, relationships, and career will improve immensely. You'll gain wealth, happiness, and become the most successful and powerful person you can be. All this is possible by getting in touch with your psychic self. The 8-step process makes it easy. By applying to your life what you've learned on this tape, the power and possibilities of your psychic within are limitless. It's worked for me, and it will work for you.
I think you're stealing my power, VHS lady, and now I'm making a soap circle.
Discover your psychic within.
I think we should all do that. And that's the end. That's the end of it. My God. Well, that one was a complete waste of time. That one was a complete waste of time. Let's see if how can I make real friends is just as any better. If it'll play. No, sorry, I forgot to hit play. Let's see if this is any better.
A friend is someone that you can really trust. You can trust that they won't hurt you, and also that they'll help you out if they can.
We get together and we'll say things at exactly the same time in exactly the same tone of voice. It's kind of scary sometimes.
A friend, to me, is someone who knows you inside and out.
The advantage of having good friends that are spiritually minded is you both are working towards the same purpose.
My God. Actually, this looks really cool. Well, there's the Vaporwave album cover for today, guys.
Young People Ask, roadblocks to friendship.
They have their own little groups.
Roadblocks to friendship. You just need to fix that. You just need to imagine your friends.
With God.
Well, I definitely think that having a friendship with God is a hard
concept. You just need to imagine your friends. Dion is my friend now.
The wrong kind of friends.
I got involved in that association, basically.
It's my bestie.
And then, a modern day drama.
Why your parents tell me how to
Come here, bestie.
Oh, yes.
You know, you're different from the other girls, aren't you?
All this coming up on Young People Ask, how can I make real friends? There exists a friend sticking closer than a brother. The Bible said that almost 3,000 years ago.
Oh, the size 90 shirts are cool.
Everybody needs friends.
Why did they show the earth exploding? Talk about friendship.
Sometimes young people feel that they just don't fit in, even with their Christian
Oh,
brothers.
we've all been there.
They feel like they're always on the outside, looking in. The road to friendship is not always an easy ride. Young people in 4 different countries told us of some of the roadblocks they've encountered. The first roadblock?
It appears
left out.
It appears my avatar is broken a little bit.
They have their own little groups, and if you're not in that group, then you're
If you're not at a certain age, you don't belong. It's like at amusement parks. If you're not a certain height, you can't get on the ride. That's what a lot of young people do to you.
Nope, didn't mean to do that.
Being ignored can affect us a lot. You can get so sad that you just don't want to open up to anyone.
Well, everything's broken. It's you and Dion now.
I felt so strange. Everybody speaking a different language. Everybody was looked different than me.
Well, being shy at times it can seem lonely because
It's just you and Dion.
shy to associate with them, so you rather stay home and just do your own thing.
There we go. I'm back.
You're young, new in town, or just shy. It hurts to feel left out. But there is a solution to these problems. Following
Oh,
the
this tape is in
advice of
terrible
God's
quality.
Word, the Bible. It has the best advice on friendship
Not
ever
blaming the
written.
guy who
For
posted
example,
it to YouTube, of course.
Philippians 2:4 gives us one of the keys to making friends.
bizarre.
Taking a personal interest in others.
If you show interest in other people, they will do the same for you.
If we want to have friends, we first have to be friends ourselves. You have to take the initiative.
It's like the UN of teen drama.
I want you to talk to a certain number of people at this meeting. I'm trying to widen out.
A good place to widen out is at the Kingdom Hall.
Good, how's it going?
Why not take the initiative and try to meet people?
Hey, how you doing, Will? It's
Oh
good
God,
to
it's more boomer advice.
I like
Don't
to
have any
arrive at meetings
friends?
20 minutes
Get a
before
job.
they begin. In that way, I have the opportunity to speak with more people.
Probably the best way to meet people would be by going out in service.
They put you with a person that you might not actually talk to usually in the Kingdom Hall, and then you're like, oh man, I'm with this person, and I wanted to go with this sister or something like that. Eventually, you start talking, and that's how you meet the person. You get to know them better.
Let's play
Feeling
Rough
left out
VHS
is
Rip or
just
10
one
10 Code
roadblock to
Jam.
friendship. For some young people,
Have you
another
guys,
roadblock
have you
may be
seen the,
personality.
it was a video that 10 10 Code did when she was just starting out as a, it was just after Blizzard disbanded, and she did a video of herself exploring abandoned places, and then at the very end she gets abducted by aliens.
I get the impression that once people get to know me, they
It
no
is a
longer want
thing
to
of
be my
beauty.
friends, because I'm very impulsive.
I need to find that again.
Well, I yell a lot.
I think that was released on VHS
Sometimes
as well.
we need to make changes in our personality.
Was it?
As the Bible says,
I think
we
it was
must
either
continue
VHS or
to be
DVD. I know she
readjusted.
released one VHS. I know
God
she.
can help us
I
to
know
make
she released a
these
music
changes.
video for Goodbye Good Girl on VHS, but
I
I
pray
can't
to
remember if
Jehovah
that
for
tape was also on
self-control,
VHS. I know you could
and
buy it
that I
from her
become less
store.
impulsive. Each time I pray to Jehovah, I ask him to help me, and I feel things are getting better.
Is this a Jehovah's Witness
If you feel
tape?
insecure and you want people to like you, one thing to be careful of is not to become too overbearing or neurotic or nervous. And
I just heard a
try
kid
to
scream
really
outside my window, and
Best way
that's
to make
driving
yourself
me mood
close
right
to
now.
yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not, because if you try to put on this front or a different person, people are going to see through that.
Another way to improve our personality is to learn to communicate. Ecclesiastes 3:7 says, "There's a time to keep quiet and a time to speak."
I've been told I talk a lot. So now I'm going to be quiet for the rest of the day. There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. And that's something I had to learn.
I think knowing how to listen is
Tonight's
one
full
of
of
the most important
surprises.
things, right? Because in a friendship, there's
First,
communication and there's dialogue.
First,
It shows you're
we
interested
watched
in others
a
when you don't interrupt the
VHS
person
tape
who's
on
talking.
how to become psychic.
true
That
friend
was
knows how to
literally just
listen
boomer
to other
advice.
people's problems.
Now we're watching a tape on how to
When your
become
friend starts
friends.
telling you
That
his
is a
feelings,
that is a
but you
Jehovah's
ignore him
Witness
and go on
tape.
to something else that you want to talk about, well, that wouldn't be very nice.
See, this is the
He's going to
magic
say, what
of
kind of friend is
watching
that?
watching old VHSs without
Working on our
knowing
personality
what
can
to
help us
expect
to win
beforehand. You never know what to
Even
expect,
so,
and if you
we
just
can hit
excuse me,
another
I just need
roadblock
to.
when friendships seem to become
Sorry.
too close.
I tended to be very jealous with my friends. I wanted them all for myself. So when they were friendly with other people, I would get offended and I wouldn't speak to them for a while.
I like to have a friend, but I also like to have my space because I've had that experience when they get so close to you that they just don't want to let go.
At 2 Corinthians 6:13, the Bible tells us to widen out.
Don't let your one friend be your answer to happiness.
If they're just relying on you, then they have the problem
Sorry.
of not widening out. And
I
they're missing out
thought
so much more
there was some shouty talking outside the window, but it was actually just my cat
Widening out
screaming for
opens
food.
up opportunities for friendship.
And she managed to make herself sound like
A bunch of the guys.
an angry toddler,
And then we noticed this other guy.
like
oh,
convincingly so.
At the beginning, we used to think he was like, this guy's not worth it. He's not good.
She's eating
To our
now.
surprise, the guy was really nice. He was really funny.
There's never been a lot of young people in our congregation, but we looked around to see who we could get along with, even if we weren't the same age. We also looked in other congregations. Now we have a nice group.
Yes, widen out. Get to know the brothers and sisters in your congregation. Learn
I can't
to
believe
enjoy
I was
a
turned out to
variety
be
of
a
people.
Jehovah's
People of
Witness
different
tape.
ages
I
and
wanted to get
backgrounds.
into occult stuff later. I wanted to get into occult stuff later
So,
into
take an interest
my
in others.
streaming time.
Work on personality flaws.
I didn't want the cult
Widen
stuff to
out.
show up on my very first stream.
When you follow Bible principles, you'll find that others enjoy being
The
around you.
very first stream
Making
when I
friends
find
becomes
cult
easier.
stuff.
There is one friendship, however, that is more important than any other.
It's your friendship with Jehovah, isn't it? It's a friendship with God. I knew it!
Well, when I was
How you knew it?
Jehovah that much as a person.
Well, I definitely think that
Is that
having a
heaven?
friendship with God is a hard concept to understand.
I like the scripture that says, taste and see that Jehovah is good. Because if you want to get to know Jehovah as a friend and develop a relationship with him, you do have to put forth effort and you have to take the first step, you could say.
That you have to see Jehovah as a person and that he's real. And that when you pray, you know that he's hearing you.
No
When I'm
swipe
all
ups.
alone,
Fuck
I
off.
take advantage of the opportunity
Fuck
to
off,
talk
swipe
to him.
ups.
I talk to him all the time.
There is no greater feeling than having Jehovah.
It looks like he's holding a frog in his mouth.
Friends in your life come and go, but the only person who will never truly leave you is Jehovah.
He can be your friend forever if you want him to be.
Our family went through some hard times. Having a single mom, we didn't know where our next meal was coming from. We were
Actually, he
broke,
looks a
rent.
little
That's
bit
the
like
biggest thing
Ben
I've learned in my
Shapiro.
life is to throw that anxiety upon Jehovah, and he'll take care of you. And every single time, without fail,
Which would not surprise me.
My parents weren't in the truth. The only thing I had was Jehovah. So I had developed a real relationship with him.
Her
When I
eyebrows
think
are on a
of
whole
a
other
friend, I
level.
think of somebody you desire.
It's like
to
she drew,
tell
it's like
your
she
feelings to,
drew
but you can
one
always
half of her eyebrows and then
tell Jehovah
gave up halfway
Through the good
halfway
times
through.
and the bad. One way or another, I've seen that he's always helped me to continue.
Whenever I have a problem, whenever I'm down, I always know that I can go to him anytime that I want to.
Darren looks
for
like he just wants
I
to
think you
give
kind
up.
of go from
Hi,
where it's
Archie.
just saying his name into the microphone as a one-word answer to a point where he's real to you, and he's there, and he's in your everyday life, and you want him there more than anything, because he's your friend, and you
Really?
know that he's the best friend that you could
Are
ever
there
have.
loads of hipsters? Are there loads of Jehovah Witnesses hipsters out there? That's
When
something
you
I
make
didn't know.
Jehovah your best friend, you'll be drawn to others who do likewise.
An old face on him.
In the Christian congregation, you can enjoy friendships with people
thought
of
this was-
different ages and backgrounds.
I thought this was a Jehovah's Witness tape, not goddamn Scientology. Why is there someone from Star Trek?
Whenever I'm down, I always
Why
know
was
that I
there a
can go
Star
to
Trek red shirt just
anytime that I
now?
want to for anything.
I think you kind of go from where it's just saying his name into the
I can't find
microphone
the exact
as a
spot,
one-word
but-
answer to a point where he's real to you, and he's there, and he's in your everyday life, and you want him there more than...
When you make Jehovah your best friend, you'll be drawn to others who do likewise. In the Christian
Why is there...
others who do likewise.
Why have they got someone from Star Trek in this tape?
In the Christian congregation, you can enjoy friendships with people of different ages and backgrounds. Friendships that can influence you in a
Yes.
positive way.
I love it when I can just hammer a plank of wood with my pals. That's what friendship is all about. It's all about laughing and whacking planks of wood.
Other young people in the congregation. They always tried to include me, not only in recreation, but also in spiritual activities.
I think that having friends that are older than ourselves is a good thing, because we can talk to them about our problems. Then, as friends, they'll help us.
Older brothers and sisters that are your friends.
Oh,
I mean, I've
that's so. Hey,
experienced
Artie.
it. They're the best listeners.
I like to play ball. At first, I didn't want to hang out with them because they're all quiet or they're too old. They can't play. So one day we're like, all right, let's go after the meeting and play basketball. I'm surprised these guys could play. They beat you.
Gun bombs in the background. That's why how you know they are young and hip.
I think they're the ones who can give you the best advice, since they love you more than anyone else.
I talk to my mom and dad, and they listen. And I know that sounds very
If I'm not
storybookish,
commentating
like
much
it's
about
out of
what
some
they say,
story
it's
fairy
because
tale.
the
but
video's really
it's what
quiet
happened
on
to
my
me.
end, so I have no idea what they're saying half the time. And he just got raptured.
Whether they're young or old, the best kind of friends are people who are friends of God.
So that's why nine.
Among
I'm
true
sorry.
Christians,
That's
you
the
can
way.
find friends who will not hurt you, but who
Oh
will help
no. Oh no.
you. You can have friends who won't tear you down,
That's
but
why
who will
9/11
build you up.
We like to create tapes. The Twin Towers turned into
You can have
tapes.
friends you can trust, who are loyal. If you are a friend of God, you will
This
never
is a
be
true 9/11
without real
conspiracy.
friends.
Kayla? That girl is off the hook with slamming. Oh man, she looks.
Not everyone is satisfied with wholesome Christian association. Some are envious of young people who seem
yes.
to be more exciting, who seem to be having a good time.
Didn't you
When
know
you're
they
young,
like
you
that?
need to
They're
feel
not a
accepted
true
and to belong to a
Christians.
group.
You jump
They
through all kinds of hoops. You do all of these
do
kind
not
of things with your
appreciate
attire,
Jehovah.
with the way you wear your hair, with the way you talk, with the way you stand, to try to fit in.
Everybody bought the same pair of sneakers, and it was like, if you didn't have these sneakers, it's
Every
like
time
you
I
weren't
see
cool.
Darren, I just feel bad for him. He looks like he wants out.
That desire to
He
fit
looks
in
like he
can
just
be
wants to run
harmful if
away
it draws you to the
from the
wrong
room.
crowd.
You know, just wants to go hit some
The
wood with
Bible
his
warns, bad
with his pals.
associations spoil useful habits.
Bad association would be anybody who doesn't love Jehovah.
It's the person who shows by his attitude and his way of doing things that he doesn't follow Jehovah's principles.
The Bible's warning against bad association can even apply
Our
within the
street kids
congregation.
with their rap and their ganja.
In the meetings, but as soon as they go out, you know, they start acting a different way. And then you're like, who is this? This isn't the
I
same
bet
person
they
that
drive
was in
fast
the meeting
cars
yesterday.
too.
Because you can see that there are many young
They so
people
great.
that are like real rebellious, and you can see right away that they're not good associations.
I
think you can tell a lot about a person by what he talks about. Does he just talk about having fun? Or does he talk about spiritual things?
I shot, it went in. 3-point, nothing went in. Oh, this sounds great, Ricky.
You may recognize that certain youths are bad association. Still, it may be hard not to envy them.
When you're around these worldly kids,
I don't know
and
if
they're
this is racist, but it
dating
feels
and
like it
doing the
is.
sports thing, and you want to be in with what they're doing.
There's times when you want to do stuff, and then your parents are like, well, they're not good association and stuff, so you wonder, well, if I can't hang out
I
with
did
them,
dub
who am I
over
gonna
her
hang out
because...
with?
Oh, because
Living
of her
by
accent.
godly
Like I said, I've got this
standards
video
will
on
limit
so
your choice of
quietly. Oh my
friends.
god. I can understand dubbing over them because... I understand dubbing over them because of the language, but because of her accent. It just reminds me of...
There's a lot of pressure
I
on you
think
as
a
a
few
witness.
years ago,
They think you're weird,
I
that you
think it
belong
was
to a
Susan
sect or
Boyle
something
or
strange.
somebody from Scotland,
The
and the
kids hit
American
me. They would spit on
TV
me.
shows,
They hit me on the
they
back in
either
class,
dubbed
so I
her
couldn't
over or
fix
gave her
them.
subtitles
Every time
because
I
of
went
the
to school,
accent,
my heart would be
even though
pounding.
it's perfectly understandable.
Faced with such pressures, it may be tempting to hide your Christian beliefs.
When I ran into classmates while out in service, they would see that I was dressed up, and they'd ask me what I was doing. But I was afraid to tell them that I was preaching.
The desire to be
See,
liked,
because I can't hear this video
to
even
fit
though I've
in,
got it on max volume,
to be like
they could
everybody
be...
else is powerful.
They could be talking
So
about
powerful
giving
that
swirlies
some
for
even
all I
secretly
know.
crave association with the wrong crowd.
Oh! Oh, I don't like those kids!
Two young
That
Christians
Ali
recall how bad
G's.
associations nearly led to their spiritual ruin.
They're
I got
50
involved
cents.
in bad association,
They're
basically.
50 pence pieces.
I sought out people who were those things, like exciting and cool and fun, and witnesses that were leading double lives.
Some of them sold drugs, anything from marijuana to crack cocaine.
It pretty much started off with drinking.
You know, selling drugs was the end thing to do. The guys were going around with beepers. They had money. For some reason, I felt that I could sell, but not use.
We'd go to some parking lot somewhere and pull out the booze.
Basically,
She's
it was all
bad because she
done
sits
in
on
school.
cars.
My mother was out service, my dad
That's
was working, so
That's naughty behaviour. That's sitting on cars is against Jehovah.
Oh, definitely affects you spiritually. You constantly are feeling guilty, of course.
I really didn't have any love for it.
Beth is fucking insane.
If it was there, I couldn't feel it. I knew what the Bible said. As far as any of the other children in the congregation, I could give you the same answers they did. So it wasn't the head knowledge that, but it just wasn't in my heart.
There's only so much you can do for so long, and you're eventually going to get caught.
And my mom, she pleaded with me basically to give Jehovah one more chance.
It all came out, so we had lots of elders meetings.
So I
I
really
can hear it now.
made an effort to,
found it.
you know, get,
I found my volume control on my
try to have
headphones.
a relationship
I'm a dumbass, I'm
myself
sorry.
with Jehovah.
Oh, telling my parents was harder than anything. Because when you're involved in wrongdoing, you think, this is me I'm hurting. I know I'm hurting myself, but I decide to hurt myself. And it doesn't affect anybody else. And then to speak to them and let them know how you've let them
You
down.
see what's on you.
I've never seen them be so
I think she's
wounded.
been on the crack cocaine a little bit.
I changed my association. I started hanging around with some of the witness kids in the area, and they helped me out a lot.
My relatives and my friends and the good examples in the congregation, they helped me to see that you absolutely
Does
have
the
to
car
change your
sitting make you
association
blush?
if you want to do good.
And what I regret most is that I wasted all these years being selfish when I could have been serving Jehovah. My parents,
I saved off my
they really had a
beard.
lot of love for me, but
Oh wait, no, that's his dad.
I don't know, in return, I just gave them basically nothing but heartache.
And I thought I knew what I could handle and what I couldn't. But Jehovah knows what's going to hurt you and what's not. And so if you just trust in that, you'll have a successful youth without all that pain.
Life is just so much better for me. The blessings that you get, Jehovah gives you.
Doesn't look
by
like
just
it's
serving him
going
is-
better for you. You look
is-
pretty
is
damn miserable
incomparable
right
to
now.
what the world has to offer.
Just kids roll hard.
Back in Bible times, a young woman named Dinah got involved with bad associations. What were the consequences? Cast members of a modern-day drama recall the Bible account.
Dinah was the daughter of Jacob.
She moved along with Jacob's family to a new area.
The scriptures say that she used to go out to visit the daughters of the land.
It was a custom with her.
They'd go to
She was
the Ingle
putting
Mills
herself in a
market and
compromising
buy jewelry
situation.
together.
At some point, a Canaanite man named Shechem noticed her.
He was the most honorable man in his father's house, but he was still not a worshiper of Jehovah.
He was handsome. He had his pick of women.
But there was something about Dinah that must have attracted him.
The original child.
Had a lot to do with her innocence and her inexperience.
She was a virgin. She was not like all these other Canaanite girls.
I'm not all like all the
Put herself
other
in a
girls.
compromising situation.
She allowed herself to be alone with Shechem, where he took advantage of the situation.
Are we
They
about to
might have
enter bad
just started
territory
talking,
here?
You know, laughing about something, and one thing leads to another.
I'm sure it would have been devastating because he forced her to have sex.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we're
She
skipping
got
past this
boring,
bit. Okay, I'm
and then the
sorry.
kids at school were a lot more
I'm
fun.
sorry. We are here to have a good time,
If you knew what I've been through
and this
recently,
just taken an
you'd
entire
understand why I'm
180.
worried.
I'm
You've probably
sorry.
wondered why I haven't written you since we
I'm
moved
sorry
here.
if anyone was triggered by
I
that.
guess I've been too
That
ashamed.
was
But
that
now
just
I think I
took a
need to
sudden bad turn there. You know, they were hanging, they were smoking weed, and then that's it happened.
I understood why we had to move, with Dad getting the new job and everything. But that didn't make things any easier. I was leaving behind all my friends.
To live in a box.
Mom and Dad were so busy with our new home and their new jobs. I didn't want to burden them with how miserable I felt. I started writing poetry
So I
again.
began appearing in 90s music videos
It seemed to take my mind off my
and joined a boy
loneliness.
band.
At the new congregation, Mom and Dad were eager to make new friends.
Yeah, come to think of it, I sort of expected
I
the
had a
after-school
major
special
attitude
move.
problem.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Tara.
Yeah, same here.
I wonder what was wrong with her. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, you must be Tara.
Hi.
Hi. I just met your parents. They are so nice.
Do you want to buy Ava?
Well, anyway, my name is Stacy. You mind if I sit down?
There was this pioneer sister, Stacy Evans. She tried really hard to be nice.
So, I hear you're from Lucinda Falls?
Lucinda Falls.
Oh, Lucinda Falls, sorry. Pretty small town, huh?
It's not that small.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
She doesn't want you here, leave her
All
alone.
your friends, huh?
Excuse me, brothers. Could everyone please find their seats?
Stacy, it was nice meeting you.
I just wasn't ready to make any new friends. Chrissy,
I had never, ever felt so alone. And school was the final brushstroke on this portrait of misery. I felt so out of place. It was like I didn't even exist. A few weeks later,
You
though,
are one of Dion
things seemed to
Warwick's
change for the
imaginary
better.
friends.
It was in Mr. Beckwith's English class.
That was so 5 years ago.
All right, listen up.
That's what real girls do.
Listen up, people.
What are we gonna do about the party? That's oh, so obviously great. Okay, now the question, what are we gonna do?
Thank you. This past weekend, while you were out partying, this overworked and underpaid English teacher spent his
Damn, this guy.
reading
This guy knows what's
your
up.
poems.
Sweet. What about your?
Take this masterpiece, for example.
Nothing's
I
changed
think
since
I
the
shall
90s.
never see a guy as cool as Anthony. He's very strong and cute and tall. I like to show him off in the shopping mall.
Here, you got some moose up there?
And guess who authored this work of art? My skateboard makes a sound when it hits the ground that can be by people.
Honestly, fuck teachers who read your work in front of a class without permission to embarrass you.
Some of you
Like, that's a dick
write
move.
verses that rightly can be called lyrical poetry. Now we'll have that select few present their poems before the class. Sorry, Miss Taylor. Not this time. First up, Miss Tara Matson.
Great. As if being the new kid in class wasn't bad enough. Now I had to be put on public exhibition.
You think you have it hard? Look at my life.
I was sick. I remember the day I caught loneliness.
Okay, come on.
I remember the day I caught loneliness. It was the day we moved away. It lay like a stone in my lap, and no matter how I tried, prying, tearing, it simply would not go away. I never knew emptiness until I moved away. I remained a pebble, lost in this world so vast and uncaring. Cast aside, passed by, left astray, I took steps to destroy it before it sapped me, crushed me, left me victim. I pulled harder, ripping that stone right from my heart, and threw it all back into the void from where it came. Yes, I had thrown loneliness away.
We gave the same boomer advice as last time.
Excellent work. Notice her use of simile when she says, it lay like a stone.
For weeks I had been
in my lap."
invisible to these
That
kids.
contributes to the
Suddenly they noticed me.
Did they really?
You know what this shows me? That you're all capable
Because
of
it looked, to me, it looks like they didn't give
It's just a
it.
matter of making the effort. Don't forget, people, due Friday, dramatic dialogue, theme, suffering, loss, partner optional.
So, you're a math genius too.
Oh, hi, Lori.
And some kind of frustrated poet just waiting to be discovered.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, Mr. Beckwith sure drooled over your poetry.
So?
So, I figure you're the one to help me with the class assignment.
You mean the dramatic dialogue?
Yeah, theme suffering, loss.
I mean, she's already being the most dramatic person in this entire video. I don't think she needs any help with that.
Why, you're flunking English?
No, but I gotta pull my grades up in order to get into college. So I figure you're the one to help me with this.
I was planning on working on it by myself.
Come on, Tara. Mr. B said we could use a partner.
Look, Lori, I'm sorry, but I like to work alone when I write.
Please, don't make me beg.
I actually felt sorry for her.
Is that a yes?
I guess.
Yes. Okay, I'll pick you up tomorrow and you can go to my place.
Your place?
Why can't we just do it here?
This place is gross. Besides, we'll have a lot more privacy. Okay, ciao.
Gross. All
Going
those
to her
books
house wasn't
spreading
exactly what I had
disease.
in mind. But at the time, I couldn't think of any way to get out of it. And I have to admit, I was a little curious about this girl.
Oh my god, this bitch is loaded.
We both had a serious case of
The
writer's
piano played itself.
That's what drives me
There are
crazy
more
with these
ghosts in this tape than there was in the psychic tape.
Didn't he say it can be whatever we want it to mean? So we make something up.
Like what?
Like
Hi,
when your
Kitty.
parents make you move away and you lose everything you care
Of
about.
course I have all the cool drinks.
What?
I'm virtual.
Hey, I wasn't always.
I just have to go on the internet and download it.
We used to live in a small house in a small town. And then Dad hit it big in the stock market. And voila. Goodbye, friends. Hello, loneliness. I don't know why I'm telling you all this.
That's it.
That's
Oh
what?
no.
The loss.
Oh no, it's
We
so
do a
hard to
dramatic
be
dialogue
rich.
about the loss of friendship.
You mean about friends moving away?
No, a little too close to home.
Then how about because they've had a fight?
Fight about what?
Hello, about guys. What else do girls fight about?
Finally, the ideas were flowing.
I mean, nowadays
We
most
got
girls
together
just
again the next
fight
day.
about political beliefs.
So there's two women, and we can make them really old, like 30.
Yeah, and they're both hopelessly in love with this guy, Jake.
Jake, Nat, Brett.
Okay, Brett.
Brett.
As I got to know Lori,
Don't watch
My
the rap
opinion
video,
could
you're
begin
gonna
to
fall into the
change.
wrong crowd.
I never would have
Did you
guessed
not
that we
see
had
the
so
previous
much in
segment?
common.
These are great pictures. Who's this?
Oh, thank God, she saved
that
the
was my
day.
best friend Misty. We used to do everything together. Anyway, that's our old house. Can you believe it?
Don't you miss it sometimes?
Yeah.
Big telly for the 90s. Well, she lives in a mansion, so she's filthy rich.
13:20 says, "He that is walking with wise persons will become wise, but he that is having dealings with the stupid ones will fare badly." Now, when the Bible says stupid ones, it's not talking about people who are unintelligent, but about people who do not follow godly standards.
All I could think about was getting together again with Lori.
Can't have him, Alexandra. Brett is mine.
Perfect. Let's take it from the top.
Can't have him, Alexandra. Brett is mine.
Yours? Well, you don't own Brett, Kimberly.
What about me, Alexandra?
That's the problem, Kimberly. It's always been about you.
Doesn't our friendship mean anything at all to you?
Our friendship? Write it off as a loss, honey. Your loss, my gain.
Okay, so we weren't ready for Broadway. But the class loved it.
What did this sign
A week
say?
ago, I couldn't stand this girl. Suddenly, Lori's friends didn't mind being seen with me.
That was so great. You guys should try out for the school play. Okay, no, that was just for an A. But you have definitely earned a seat at this table, Tara.
Yeah, we had an opening for a literary genius.
Erin, please, I'm no genius.
Ooh, and so modest.
Girl, if I had your talents, I'd cash in on it. What do you mean?
Hello, scholarships, a career, fame,
Money,
guys,
and money.
and guys.
Cute boys.
Writing's just a hobby for me.
So what do you plan to do? Flip burgers?
Well, I need to
I was
do
meant to
something
sound
to
like
support myself.
I was meant to sound like one of the kids from Rosemary, Kate, and Ashley VHS tapes, but instead I just sounded like a grandma.
Volunteer work.
And money, and boys, and money, and boys.
We teach people. Teach what? Hello? Teachers don't make any money?
No, let me explain. You see, well, I mean,
I'm one of...
Hold that.
I'm a lesbian.
Yeah?
I'm
Hey,
in
Jordan.
love with you.
Oh, cool. Of course I'll be there. All right, ciao. Summer clearance girls, today only. Tara, you can't miss it.
Them girls and their shopping.
Have no fear. Daddy's credit card is here. Besides, I owe you big time.
Hey, maybe we can get her out of her Miss Melinda Falls outfit. It's Lucinda Falls.
Whatever.
And besides, what's wrong with my outfit?
Now I was in Lori's circle of friends. But I had to make a few changes to fit in.
Oh, I love it.
Check this out. Great. Hey. Wait till Mark sees you. Mark.
So the key to getting friends is to change. Change how you look.
Daddy has big bucks.
Not to mention that he's
Honestly, yeah, I was worried that would go down another weird territory.
I don't want to be together with anyone.
We could set you up.
Like, I'll take her needing to get a makeover in order to get friends into whatever the fuck that last thing was.
Anthony, remember? He's in college, thank you.
Besides, I'm not into the sensitive intellectual type.
Yeah, just like that last mutant you were dating.
The intellectually charged type. Don't even get me started on some of the losers you've dated.
Anyway, you are interested, aren't you, Tara?
Well, no. I mean...
I don't know. Don't worry, Tara. We'll arrange everything.
Okay, this still has the potential.
Arrange
This
what?
still has the potential to turn to weird
Girls also
territory.
figured I needed a little help with my social life.
Mark, she's way different from the other girls you've dated. I mean, she's into charity and volunteering and that sort of stuff.
She wants to be a social worker or something like that.
Oh, hi, Tara.
Oh, there's bound to be a
Mark,
more lesson
you are
waiting
so
to drop.
funny.
This is a Jehovah's
Hey,
tape.
Tara, we saved a seat just for you. Thanks. You know Mark Chandler, don't you?
Yeah, we're in the same English class.
And you are the great poet and playwright.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. You were really great.
That play was like...
How do you like life near the big city?
That play was like primary school level at best.
Get out. What do you do when you're not at school? Yeah, on Meatloaf Day.
I would make a joke about that, but I come from a country where if a waiter drops over plates, the entire crowd goes, "Way!"
I'm usually with my parents.
Oh god.
Hey, what are you doing Saturday? We could show
There's a daddy long legs above the ceiling above me. I'm gonna keep an eye on that because I'm terrified of those things. But if you hear me screaming in a moment,
Come on,
if
Tara.
you hear me screaming in a moment, you know why.
I guess so.
It's not moving right now though, so I think I'm safe.
We'll meet after lunch, and I'll pick you up at your house.
Great.
I'll just get a ride to Lori's.
I never would have admitted it, but I did think Mark was cute.
Why?
And a day with the girl sounded like fun.
He does not look your age.
That Saturday morning, I went out in field service with Stacy Evans, but my mind was not on preaching.
You want the next one? No, that's okay. You could do it.
Yeah, so you can clip it.
I told Stacy that I was hungry and wanted to stop service early. She insisted on buying me lunch.
Okay, here's your salad. It'll be a couple minutes on your burger, honey.
Thanks.
I don't know, man. I actually like the
How you
floppy
doing?
chips. They're
Are you
good.
getting used to the new school and everything?
He cheap as
Okay, actually.
feels.
Most everyone's been pretty nice.
Oh, that's good. Hey, listen. I'm having some friends over tonight. I want you to come. I actually made a cheesecake that I'm proud of.
I'd love to, but I promised to go into the city with some friends.
Oh, from our home?
No, from school. But they're just gonna show me around the city. They're real nice.
Look, I hope you don't mind me asking this, but how well do you really know these kids?
What do you mean?
I mean, do they have any interest in the Bible?
I don't know, it hasn't come up. But they're not into drugs or anything like that. In fact, they're even nicer than some of the kids at the Kingdom Hall.
Well, even if that were true,
They're still going
don't you
to
think you
hell.
have to be careful with people who may not even believe in the Bible. Don't forget what happened to Dinah.
Oh no, we're going into that area again.
Yeah, you remember Jacob's daughter?
Let's jump forward. Let's jump forward a little bit.
But I had already made up my mind.
Let's go. You know Tara's gonna turn into a pumpkin.
I lied to my parents and told them I had plans with some friends from the congregation. At first, we pretty much stayed together as a group. But soon, Mark and I were talking. I really enjoyed the attention.
A little worried this is going to enter weird territory again, and I may have to skip.
You know he was stoned when he wrote those poems. You write better when you're high?
No, I'm not into drugs. Are you?
You know that used to be the tallest building in New York?
Mark made me feel special. And the more I got to know him, the more I liked him. I wasn't going to let anything spoil this day.
Oh, you know, I knew I was going to get it.
Let's see what's down the street.
Okay.
Look at her. I want to know more about this lady. I want to know more about her. She seems cool.
Oh, please. They're pretty good.
Not bad.
Where's Kyle?
Uh-oh.
I really had a great time.
If I had a mohawk.
A really stupid question.
It's never stopped you before.
Why are we going home so early?
Aaron's right. This place doesn't even get going until after dark.
That's true, and if we leave now, all we're gonna do is sit in traffic.
Why don't we hit a couple of clubs?
Sounds great, but
Come on, Tara, just call your parents, tell them we had a flat tire or something.
Oh, yeah.
Have I ever had that much fun in a car park? I don't know.
no, I better get home.
I did grow up in a working class town where there was fuck all to do. That's where most of the teenagers congregated. But they don't even have a 2-liter bowl of Frosty Jacks to keep them entertained. So I don't know how they're coping.
Put it away before we get busted.
I hope that's the good stuff.
The best.
Hey, my parents are gone. Little party at my place.
Yeah.
Too bad,
Oh,
Tara,
no.
you're missing out. Tara, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just that. Never mind.
Oh no, he got the herbals.
This is your bedtime. To be honest, Chrissy, I
Oh,
probably
sorry
would've
about that
stayed.
noise if you heard
But
that.
it was getting dark, and I knew I'd never get away with coming home that late.
Hey, don't forget about that party.
Gotta be there.
All right, see you later. Bye, Mark.
Mark told me he didn't mind taking me home.
Oh, Mark, you want to make your next love?
It's gonna enter weird territory again.
One more place you got to see.
We're gonna enter weird territory.
I'll get you home.
We're gonna have.
Trust me.
Am I gonna have to skip forward this? I'm a little paranoid after what happened earlier. So, trigger warning in advance, but I will try to skip over it if it does enter weird territory.
This is your favorite spot?
Sure is.
What, may I ask, is so special about it?
Sometimes I just like to come here and think
About what?
things. Like how to tell your father you don't want to go to law school and work for the firm?
Isn't there good money in it?
I don't care about the money.
I want to join.
I want to help people.
I want to join.
Maybe teach or
I want to
volunteer.
join a bluegrass hip
You
hop
sound
group.
like me.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Mark seemed to care about a lot of the things that were important to me. Before I knew it, we had been talking for over an hour.
So Kyle's flying down the hallway. Beckwith jumped right in front of him. Boom! Kyle and Beckwith flat on their backs.
Oh no.
Kyle spent his entire sophomore year in detention for that one. Tara, you know, oh, never mind.
No, what?
You're different from the other girls, aren't you?
Different? Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Yeah. I mean, I've never met anyone like you. I could tell from your poem.
Well, you know, I was really impressed with your poem too.
Oh, well, thanks. But yours told me something.
Told you what?
That you've got a lot going on inside. I mean, Lori and the other girls are okay, but they're also empty. You're different.
Chrissy, I can't believe how close I came to breaking Jehovah's laws that night. Things went way too far.
Oh no.
And Mark wanted to go much farther.
Okay, it was.
But I couldn't. I kept thinking about how much it would hurt my parents, my friends, and especially Jehovah. Still, it wasn't easy. It took everything I had to stop and to get Mark to take me home.
Tara?
Mark revealed a side of himself that I hadn't seen before.
I just don't get it. Things were going so great.
Okay, I think we're
What
safe.
is it with you?
I think we're safe.
Mark didn't care about me or my feelings. He wanted one thing. Later on, I learned I wasn't the first or the last to be taken to his favorite spot.
I gotta go.
I mean, he's wearing a wedding ring. You know? You kind of, not to
That's so
victim blame,
stupid,
but you,
so naive.
but
It
maybe.
was wrong to be alone like that with any guy.
Of course, you're not the
but
first.
especially one who didn't serve
If he's
Jehovah.
wearing a wedding ring, you know. Hey, Winnie.
I let Mark know that I would never go out with him again.
You go, girl.
That night, I told my parents everything. They were very upset.
Are you sure you told us everything? Nothing else happened?
No, Dad, I told you.
You've been telling us a lot of things. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Honey, what were you thinking? Didn't you get it? Why do you think he took you there?
Don't you know what he wanted? I can't believe this.
I mean, she said no, didn't she?
After a while, things started to calm down, and they really listened.
Tara, it took a lot of courage to tell us all that. Sorry I got so angry.
It's okay, Dad. I just wish I came to you and Mom sooner. Maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Honey, we're just glad things didn't go any further than they did.
I know, but I still feel awful about what did happen.
And so do we. We got so wrapped up in our new jobs, the house, that we didn't even see what you were going through.
Honey, we're gonna do everything that we can to help you get through this.
It's been a long day. Let's get some rest and we can talk about this tomorrow.
Gonna send you to a nunnery.
Love you so much.
My parents, and later the elders, were really there for me. The heart is more treacherous than anything else.
Is that the Jehovah's Witness
I had
building of
heard
the
that
school?
scripture
Either way,
1,000 times
it looks
before,
like a prison.
but never gave it much thought.
Let's have none of that.
Now I couldn't stop thinking about it. I wanted to be liked and accepted so much that I was willing to hide who I really was. I had to start setting things straight.
It was so perfect. I mean, what was the problem? I know Mark practices safe sex.
Lori couldn't believe that I turned Mark down.
Because of what?
Because of what I believe.
I don't get it.
I mean, it's my religious beliefs, Lori.
Look, Tara, I went through a lot of trouble to get you guys together. And now you've suddenly gotten religious? What's up with that?
I haven't suddenly gotten religious. This is what I've always believed. I guess I just forgot who I really am and what I care about.
Don't you care about Mark?
I did, but I shouldn't have gotten involved with him, and I'm definitely not going to do something immoral with him.
Who said do something immoral? I have morals.
I'm not saying that you don't.
Then what are you saying?
That I don't
That's your
believe in
whore,
having
Jenny.
sex before marriage.
If it's with somebody that you really care about, what's the big deal?
The big deal is that the Bible says it's wrong.
Do you have to do every little thing the Bible says?
Look, Lori, I should have told you this before. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
You are?
Yes, and we take the Bible seriously. It says sex is for two people who are married.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so it didn't work out with you and Mark. But don't forget about the party Friday. Maybe you'll meet somebody else. Somebody who's more like you.
No, Lori, I don't think so. Not there.
Well, then just come and hang out with us girls.
Thanks, but I just wouldn't be comfortable at the party.
Okay, so you don't want to date guys, and you don't want to go to parties. Don't you people have any kind of fun?
Of course we do. The Bible
We
doesn't
hit and
condemn
hit
fun.
planks of wood with
I
hammers.
would love to explain my beliefs. Maybe then all this would make more sense to you.
I don't know, Tara, it's late. Maybe another time.
Telling her all that was not easy, but it was worth it. I think that Lori respected me for it, and it felt good to finally stand up for what I believed. I just wish that I had spoken up earlier. It would have saved me a lot of pain.
Supposedly not supposed to be alone with the opposite sex, but most people are inconsistent. Oh, video's glitching. I need to pee.
Tara, are you alright? Are you sure?
How long have we got of this tape? 'Cause I'm getting a little bored. Okay, not long.
You want to talk about it?
Stacy, ever since I've moved here, you've been trying to be my friend. And I've acted so stupid. Why do you keep trying?
Because I don't think you're really like this. I think I'm looking at someone who's going through a hard time and who really needs a friend.
I'd like to be that friend, if you let me.
You have been a friend, Stacy. Maybe even more than you know. I'll be okay. I realize now how much Jehovah cares and that I have my parents and friends like you to help me.
You know what? Tomorrow, you and me. Let's go out in service and do lunch or something. Does that sound good?
I like that. As long as we don't go back to the Silver Spoon Diner again.
You mean the Greasy Spoon Diner? Oh.
Chrissy, that was months ago, and I'm finally getting over things and feeling much better. I see things a lot differently now. I realize that being in the truth means more than just going to the Kingdom Hall with our parents. That we really
He's leaving your door open so anyone can get in.
Being with people who want to do the same thing can make a big difference.
Perfect timing. I just finished a letter to an old friend.
Oh, really? From back home?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hi, Meg. Hi, Lynette.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, thank you. So how was service be this morning?
At first, I didn't think I had anything in common with the friends in my congregation. But you know what? We have the most important thing in common we can have.
Jehovah.
Our friendship with Jehovah.
Called it.
Things are going great with my parents. I'm a lot more
They
open
get
with
Burger
them
King
now.
all the time. And McDonald's.
And I let them know how I really feel. We've gotten a lot closer.
Hey, Tara, does this mean your dad's gonna try and be a sports hero again?
That's right, like the last time. Wasn't he in traction for like a month?
Yeah, I heard that.
Just kidding, Brother Maxim.
Sometimes I used to think I was missing out because I couldn't do everything the kids in school did. Now I think that they're the ones missing out. Maybe there are a lot of things a Christian can't do, but there's a lot of things we can do. The friends in our congregation get together all the time. I can't wait for you to meet them when you come out and visit.
Sorry, my cat was
I
scratching my
hope that's
chair.
I wish I could go back and do things differently, but I can't change the past. I can only move forward and try to learn from my mistakes.
Burger King is the official holy meal. Fuck
You see,
Chick-fil-A.
I've learned something very important. Something that I will never forget. Who my real friends are. And Chrissy, I hope that you will always be one of them. Forever. Love, Tara.
Well, I learned something. What about you? Okay, so that's the king, right? Friday provided everything that we figured out how to host streams yet. Someone taught, I know I was taught to last time, and now I've forgotten. Oh, raid channel. Okay, we're gonna raid. Who are we gonna raid tonight? Who is live? Who is live right now? Can't hear me over music? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, let me just fix that music then. Just gonna get rid of the music. I didn't realise it was that loud. There we go. So, yeah, so, long story short, I'll see you on Friday with The Sims, and I'll let you know when, and I shall let you know more details about my birthday stream. So I'm gonna leave. Clara is alive now. She's lovely. So I'm gonna leave you guys with her. And yeah, I'll see you Friday.